Hello. Welcome back to another stream. I hope you're having a magnificent Monday. Long last my tablet arrived on Friday. But things can never be so simple. Because my refurbished Galaxy Tab with S Pen, as it said in the listing, from Best Buy, I am going to put them fully on blast for this because it's shady as fuck. Did not, in fact, come with an S Pen. And for whatever fucking reason, it came with an Apple charger, but bigger fish to fry, you know. But I call, immediately open it up, and I'm like, hey, my refurbished Galaxy S Tab with S Pen doesn't have an S Pen. And you know what they fucking told me? They said, well, sometimes refurbished items don't come with all their accessories. And I said, then you shouldn't put that accessory in the title of the listing. So I had to go back and forth with them. And then eventually they're like, you know what? You're right. We'll replace it for you. You go to the store, show them your receipt, and they'll get you that S Pen. I said, that makes sense. I paid for it. I gave you money for it. I should have it. So I go to the store, and what happens? They try to upsell me. They say, we can't get you the S Pen, but you could trade in your tablet for a brand new tablet and pay us an additional $200. Or you can exchange it, wait a week, and maybe, maybe, maybe that one will have an S Pen. And if not, well, you can exchange that one again and wait another week. And maybe that one will have the S Pen. I just bought it at. What a fucking joke. But shit pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie. So that was my Friday. Was chasing down fucking Best Buy, trying to get them to honor their fucking word. So yeah, never ever buying shit from Best Buy again. But I did get the tablet, and I spent pretty much all weekend drawing. Let me see. Let me pull up my IG. I can show you a couple of my faves. Okay. Saving one. Obvious. All right. Let's start with that. This is a little one that I drew for my girlfriend, Gigi from Kiki Service. I feel like it turned out pretty good. Why? But I've been slowly figuring out. So the first thing I did, I traced a drawing of SpongeBob. First thing and that went pretty well. You know, tracing it, so it wasn't that hard. But I've been trying to draw mostly from reference. So then after that, at you, and this I did from reference. I didn't trace this or anything. I just looked at the image. So this is like a pretty popular. And then drew it, and I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. You can have a little compilation. I love how easy this makes it. The Clip Studio Paint makes it to outport. I had so much fucking trouble with the goddamn feeds. I still am not happy with how they turned out, but they're fine. But you can definitely see like my line width is not consistent, especially like really light. You kind of like this line right. This line looks. But yeah, my line weight is super inconsistent. Then I drew Slowpoke. Slowpoke is like my favorite Pokemon. Okay, he's the stoniest of all Pokemon. So I drew Slowpoke. Slowpoke rule. So this one I tried. I started trying to draw the rock that he was on. Again, this is a pre-existing image that I referenced. I could not draw the so I abandoned that because I wanted to use the rock as like my reference point for portions, but I ended up just using the head, and then I shrunk the head. I think this one turned out pretty good. This one also I started to experiment with like shading and highlighting, trying to like capture lighting. I think turned out really well. I think I did a pretty good job. I like Pokemon as well. They're very simple. Um, you know, the shapes aren't too complex or anything like that. And they usually only use like 3 or 4 colors, so yeah, it's pretty straightforward. But here we go. Yeah, so you can see like the shadows and the highlights that I added. Then finally today, I just drew this morning. I drew a little burb, and this I used a real photo as the reference, and I semi traced. So I've learned I want to practice what's called shapes and, because everything is made up of like simple shapes, and then forms are just. So I tried doing that. I forgot to do the forms, but you can see I like break it down into the simple shapes that I trace, and then I freehand my sketch and everything after that. I do use the photo for reference to like see, like try to approximate colors and stuff like that, but yeah, I think this turned out really good. I'm really happy with it. I think I have a little bit of mixed feelings on like the lighting. shading. I tried to like get like black. You see these like black tips at one point, and I couldn't do it. It'll take some more practice. I'll get there eventually. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it's a cute herb. So that was what I did today. I'll probably draw some more stuff later. I really enjoyed doing it this way, using shapes and form. Found that very satisfying. Again, I'm pretty happy with the. But that's what I've been up to. Let's get into some Ace Attorney. I also figured out what was going on with my controller. Apparently Xbox does their machining quality is not great on these battery packs. And so what I think happened, battery pack just wasn't quite fitting. So I had to reseat it and get it to sit properly. Now that it is working beautifully. But anyway, let's get into some Ace Attorney. Hell yeah, see, no wires. I got no strings on me. All right, so we've actually new game, right? Because now it's time for Ace Attorney 3. Oh boy. Turnabout Memories. Wait a second. Ia. What the hell? And why does Phoenix look like such a fuckboy? Actually, I kind of love that character design. Maybe I should try to draw that later this week. We got like a circle, a rectangle slash, see this being a triangle, and a rectangle. So it's a rectangle, triangle, and then a circle. Uh-huh. See, everything's made out of shapes. Anyway, I really like that character design of Felix. Goddamn. I got that in my head last week, and now I keep saying it. Anyway, let's get into this. How did I get into this mess? Why? Why did I do that? That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. That girl, she's such... Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. I can't lie, I'm in love with it. It wasn't me. I didn't... I didn't do it. What am I supposed to do? Oh, when she's so damn cold, like 20 below. That girl, she's such a bitch. I can't lie, I'm in love with it. April 11, 9:40 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. Ooh. There we go. Whew. It's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning. Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. Oh, what are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed. Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today.
Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service.
Actually, this is my second time in court.
Still, you surprised me. What with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too.
I just found out yesterday about the case, I mean.
What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts?
Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have. I think.
Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got. Yep, it'll be fine, no problem. Oh, well, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Right? Actually, it's right. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what the mask is for. My doc says this way I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, as he says. Right, Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please, let go of my shirt. That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly, thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. And what the fuck happened? It's been a year since then, and, well, here I am again. But this time I'm gonna win. For my client, and for myself. April 11th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 2.
Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense.
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
Emergency? Isn't that him standing right there, right next to you?
Yes, well...
You're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this?
Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Hell yeah. Of course, Your Honor. I think...
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statements, please.
Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It'll all be over soon.
What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me?
Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow.
I ain't been sleeping so well. It's hot as fuck lately.
He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology.
I'd be up till like 3, 4 a.m. waiting for it to get cool enough to sleep, you know?
It sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yes, well, We have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body and the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. Then they called the police.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence.
Crime photo 1 added to the court record. Gonna get Phoenix off. Not in the sexy way. I guess we could in the sexy way, huh?
By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo.
It appears to be electrocution, no?
Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death.
An unusual death?
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question.
Huh?
A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will.
A what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of.
Perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause? Go on. Please say you know at least this much.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file.
My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now see here. The details of the case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you?
Man, giving him pretty much the same voice of the judge is really coming to bite me in the ass now. I never thought they'd cross paths. The court record. I think I can see that by pressing RB.
All of the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear.
Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. Can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. Court record. Okay, let's take a look. Just press RB here. Oh, whoops. Let me peep what actually. Yeah, okay.
Now, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death?
Electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution.
Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps?
The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there's one more vital issue.
What's that?
Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendants.
Bad blood?
Excuse me. What do you mean?
Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this.
I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
That's Winston Payne for you. He is one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Evidence?
No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it into old Graybeard's face.
Yes, sir. In old Graybeard's face.
Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady. Mia, Evidence isn't the only thing in the court. Fuck me. Evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with RB, so be sure to go all over it. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim?
The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Dahlia Hawthorne, was it?
Very good, Miss Fay. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story.
Maybe.
He's done it again.
Gotta get a new voice for him.
He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking what he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Fay.
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection.
Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Oh, yes. My name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now, I guess I'm a suspect.
No, he means what did you do before you were arrested?
Oh, I was a university student.
Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your...
But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you, I was...
Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Right away, Your Honor. I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. It turned into Gojo. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Oh, shit. You're not helping yourself.
I see, so you hardly knew the victim.
Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer. Looks like the judge understands.
You're being too naive, you know. Too naive.
Huh?
It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
Cross-examination?
He's right, and it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions.
Contradictions?
If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record.
But Mr. Wright is my client.
Even if he is your client in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see.
What does he mean by that? Is he just saying that testimony just now? There was a lie? A contradiction?
Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Fay.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. wouldn't do that to me. Would you? Step inside! I admit I was there. Hell yeah. When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway.
Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence.
Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident.
A coincidence, huh?
But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. You say you found the body, so who called the police? Huh?
Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police.
Other students?
That's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock.
What? Is this true, Mr. Wright?
Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true that I was found pretty shocked when he. It's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body, but I hardly knew the guy to begin with. So you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right. Well, no. That is, I mean. So, which is it? Did you know him or not?
Now see here, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day.
Well, I guess I did know his name. News to me? Well, why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly.
Who is this Dolly person?
Yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, I see. Young love, so bittersweet.
But that's all I knew about him. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, what I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear.
Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe?
Oh, yes, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Did you see it at the scene of the crime? The Union Jack, I mean. Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true, cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night.
May I ask you something, Miss Fay?
Yes, Your Honor. What is it now?
Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow?
The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Oh, I see. So, you mean like the Stars and Stripes, right?
As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me.
Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now?
Mia, there's a contradiction here.
Mr. Grossberg,
Quickly now. Show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean. Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully. Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point?
we got this. 1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself.
You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia.
I'll be fine. I know what I have to do.
Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof.
Okay, Mia. One more time, from the very beginning of his testimony. New guy.
Objection!
Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back.
Miss Fay, is there something to point to this? Is there some point to this line of questioning?
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute. He's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of his shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Please forgive me.
Mia, you've made our client cry.
Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyway. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh. Did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
Was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X?
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X?
When you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. You lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Huh?
Your Honor, I'd like you to take another look at the crime scene photo.
Well, what's this? In the victim's hands, it's Cold Killer X.
Objection!
Yes, but even if I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment, even I've got a bottle.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt about who the bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it.
What?
Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
That seems a little flimsy.
Order. Order in the court.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well. The court will accept them into the record.
Crime photo 2 added to the court record. Gold Killer X added to the court record.
Also, the victim's wristwatch has been broken.
Broken?
Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this?
This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids.
What really happened? Let's find out. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then at around 3 o'clock, we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Fay, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. What really happened? The truth is, I went because he called me. Why? Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day, he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly.
And this Dolly person is?
It's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart.
Oh, what? What was that for, Mia?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden.
Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see.
He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU.
An alchemist, I see.
I gotta admit, I was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
Oh, how fascinating. Sounds like he was quite the ambitious young man.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details? Ooh, first choice. So you're absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. Excuse me. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something. Well, it looks like he's right about the time anyway.
Witness, let's go on with your testimony.
Hold it!
Let me try the other option. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though. A little earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right. They sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables? Yeah, there were electrical poles up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. We talked for a bit, and then at around 3 p.m., we split up. So, what was it you were talking about? You know, it's that maybe we should hang out again sometime. Again? Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. So you say you went back? Yeah. That's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? Suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the incident. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly, just the 2 of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious.
Ouch! Why did you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene of the crime for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either.
Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean?
I knew it was too much work for a little girl.
However, there is one mystery that still remains.
There is, Your Honor.
How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, that is... You are correct, Your Honor.
So, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? By the power line. What? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Your Honor,
Yes, Miss Fay.
I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up till now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence.
Oof, of course I know that. Actually, I had totally forgotten about that.
Now then, Miss Fay, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
What? But there's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. Afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Fay, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon?
It's right there. Well, naturally, it's right here.
What is that?
A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard? The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So then, the high voltage cable.
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That's the most likely explanation.
That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant.
That much is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints? You mean the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
You mean...
Yes. It was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hands.
What?
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
Order, order, order. That's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us. We're done.
Mr. Grossberg...
My hemorrhoids never lie. Show's over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No! You're wrong! Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor!
At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case. Do you have something further to add, Miss Fay?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? Excuse me. You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is gonna hand down his verdict. But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. But, Miss Fay, no matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you, and I'll represent you till the very end.
We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
Well, wait a minute. Mr. Wright. I'll tell you what really happened.
But I've already told you, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further.
I did it. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow is dead. That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that.
What you just said. Was that the truth?
Yes, I was afraid. Afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure.
Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are.
Please give me one more chance to explain. This time, I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. Still can't believe it. Really did push the victim.
It feels like my hemorrhoids are gonna do.
What the fuck? We got a Harlem Shake reference in Phoenix, right? I was not prepared for. What the fuck? That's hilarious.
Okay. It feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake.
I can't. That's amazing. That guy. He was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just there, dead.
Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock. That, as they say, is that.
Simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted.
But when I pushed him, there wasn't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that.
Miss Faye, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. He is innocent. There must be some kind of evidence somewhere that'll prove it. Right. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. So what kinds of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl.
Is that all?
Yep.
Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself.
Oh boy. You're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I lost my temper and gave him a shove. Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, He just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. When you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen. Right. There was nothing like that at all.
But is it possible that you merely overlooked it?
Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like a cheap asphalt.
I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness.
At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was.
Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
Objection!
You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Aha! Could it have been? Yes? Could it have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard.
An umbrella, huh? Did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella. Cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Damn, he's dead, bro. But then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone.
Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now?
Well, yeah. Because the umbrella's really far from the victim in the photo, so... This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, that cheap umbrella is more than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony.
How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add that bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
Hold it!
So Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella? And you're certain of this? Yeah, I was right. It was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah. You see, I was wearing this sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love.
Oof. My stomach is not used. My stomach is not to be used as your personal soccer ball, Mia.
I'm sorry.
Continue on with your testimony, witness.
A little while after I left, I started to get worried. After you shoved the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it, I was furious.
You left without even checking on Mr. Swallow's condition?
Yeah. Like I said, I got worried about him later. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead.
Unless we can find something that shows his innocence from that testimony, my dear, I'm afraid the judge will make his final decision with no remorse whatsoever.
Yes, sir.
Objection!
Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, here come the ads. Run, hide, fight for your lives. Please don't. See you. The conclusion here is obvious. The defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive.
No!
Order! 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 The victim. He moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Oh, well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
I want it presented as evidence immediately.
Okay.
But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind.
Objection!
According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind.
I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment.
No!
I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony.
Hell yeah.
Well done, Mia. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Let me guess. You have another witness.
Exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Ali?
What the hell? Ace Attorney 3 already? Hell yeah, yeah. We out here. We jam into some Ace Attorney 3. Just start getting through the tutorial now. How you doing? I hope you're having a magnificent Monday, Tony.
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing.
Mia is playable. Yeah, it's a trip. Also just like seeing the young versions of everyone. Very fun.
What?
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear.
Payne has hair, yeah, for real. Mia has oxygen in her lungs. Phoenix kind of looks like a fuckboy in this, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of funny. Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this.
You can't be serious.
Mia, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Phoenix is a massive dork here. It's great. Yeah. I've definitely noticed. It's hilarious. April 11th, 11:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. I got my drawing tablet this weekend, by the way. I kind of want to draw this version of Phoenix. The outfit is really simple, so it'd be a little easier for me. Because, like, his normal outfit has so many little details. It'd be a lot. I'm only just starting out. Also, it helps that his head's basically just a rectangle here. Anyway, I might have to do that after stream. We'll see. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's all right. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah. So I guess I can start to relax then, huh?
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding such important facts.
But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dolly and we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. I also really like this outfit with the necklace. I might try to draw that one too. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, one day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, "I want you to carry this."
So she gave it to you as a present, I see.
This darling little bottle is filled with my memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, all right. It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. A small bottle necklace given to Wright on the day they met. He shows it to everyone. Anyway. So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that.
By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Damn, that tripped me out. That's 1 day short of my birthday. Damn, if that said the 28th, that would have tripped me the fuck out. Huh? Yeah, it was. But how did you... This happened on August 27th. Right here in this courthouse. What's this? Newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse? Murder?
What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there's some connection between these two cases, am I correct?
Oh shit! Birthday article. An article from 8/28, almost 8 months ago. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself.
Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room. See what else I can find.
Thank you.
I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over. We better all get moving.
Indeed. I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. To be continued. Let's keep going. Let's do one more part. April 11th, 12:13 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness.
This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand.
What's with this stiff silence?
In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
I can't believe he actually said that.
Now then, witness, could you please state your full name?
They're all thirsting over. What the fuck?
Don't worry, sweetie. There's nothing to be nervous about.
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size.
And I will bash them with my gavel.
I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home.
And not at all.
It was nothing.
If we may move on now. What is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. Just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine.
No, the honor is mine.
Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right. Sir?
Is there something I can help you with?
You just go on and say whatever is on your minds.
I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Jeannie wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it.
Yes. I can see why you'd say that.
She's gonna be tough. She's gonna be a tough witness, all right. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little fingers.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
Let's see. I've been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over. Did you finish Disco that quickly, or did I miss something? No, I just got bored of it, honestly. It was very text heavy, which I knew, but like I wasn't prepared for the level of theory dumping. It's like cool. I'm with it, but like I don't know. If I'm gonna get that kind of information, I'd rather just read a book. Yeah, so I ended up ditching it, and then I played Rewind 99 for a little bit, and that was fun. I got kind of soft locked by a bug that they fixed over the weekend. So I might, depending, like the next time I have like an odd day, like if I finish a case on a Thursday, then I'll probably play it on like that Friday, that hypothetical Friday, just to use as like an interstitial, because that was a lot of fun. And it's an easy game to kind of like go in and out of. And then as far as this, you haven't really missed a ton today. Just kind of the tutorial, getting to see Mia and Phoenix in action. So, yeah, I really love young Phoenix's character design. I feel like I'm lagging like crazy. I don't know if it's OBS or me. Oh shit, it's me. It's me. Hold on. I'm gonna restart stream. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, we back. Hopefully, yeah, I was dropping hella frames, so hopefully that fixes that. Looks like I'm not dropping frames anymore. Okay, things doing okay now. Good, good, good. Cool. Also, hey, Kev, welcome. Hope you're having a magnificent Monday. Okay, cool. Thank you for pointing that out, because yeah, I dropped like 2,000 frames. Let's see. I've been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over. So we're locked in for Ace Attorney 3 now. Yes, we are. Absolutely. And then, oh yeah, I got my drawing tablet. I was actually thinking I might draw, I really like Phoenix's character design, so I might try to draw that after stream. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. Hell yeah, yeah. It'd be fun to, I want to eventually get to the point that I can draw like custom starting and ending screens relative to each game I play. I think that'd be really fun. She's also radically changing the testimony. Funny you got to Ace Attorney 3. I just finished my replay of Apollo Justice today. Oh, nice. So you'll be fresh and ready for when we get to that. We have investigations before Apollo Justice though, but I'm excited. Also, I spent all my money on the tablet, but I am literally like, give it like 2 days and the ad rev from Twitch is gonna allow me to do my first ever cash out. And now I don't do this for the money, but I'm gonna be able to buy investigations with the money from the stream. And like, that's such a cool thing to me. Like, yo, this is starting to like fund itself, which is, yeah, right? Like, that's so cool. It feels like a real big milestone. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, do investigations first because Apollo Justice is like 7 years after. Oh, damn. Yeah, that definitely, then we'll definitely do investigation. But yeah, I'm literally like less than 50 cents away from hitting the threshold. I'm really excited. So we're gonna be reinvesting that into the streams. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. Did he? Man, this sounded fishy. She's lying like a motherfucker. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
Young lady, as old as I am, even if I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn, nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth.
Oh yeah, how are you feeling about the first case so far? This game is famous for its flashback cases. Honestly, I'm loving this. I think it's really fun seeing them younger and also getting to see Mia alive again. Seeing how she operates when she's running a case is cool. And I really like this. This is probably my new favorite tutorial. As fun as the Amnesia one was and as silly as it was, I think this one is way cooler. One, we get to see the characters we're familiar with in a different context, in a different time, and we get to learn more about them. So it fleshes out those relationships as well. Really liking it a lot. The mystery itself is like really easy, but it's a tutorial, so what do you expect? Hell yeah, don't worry. Ace Attorney 1 and 2 are building up to this fire. I can't wait to Well, I don't want to rush through it, but I'm enjoying it. I'm glad that I'm excited to see where it goes.
Please, tell us the truth.
But I would never.
Hold it!
That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. You haven't changed a bit. Oh, they know each other? Oh, she was probably involved in that last case, huh? Damn, is this an homage to, like, the Black Dahlia murders? Mia Fey?
What's this? So you two are acquainted?
Yes, we've met before. Once. I'll see. I guess so. No spoilers.
In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Fey. Madam? No one's grandma yet, girly. Damn. What'd you witness?
Hold it!
Now, unless I'm mistaken, Feeney, Mr. Wright, is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese Senryu poetry.
Oh, ho, ho! How wonderful! It's that humorous, yet satirical style of haiku, yes?
Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend. That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis. I mean, they could be the same thing. Those are not mutually exclusive concepts, Mia. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through that back area.
Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors.
How else would you enter? Teleportation? Edie and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. So who is this Dougie person? Oh, I'm sorry, Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago. So what were Dougie, Mr. Swallow, and Mr. Wright talking about anyway? How can you be so mean? Oh yeah, did you notice the pun and name for Dougie? Hold up, let me check. Doug Swallow. Swallow. I don't think I get the pun. All I can think about is swallowing. My mind is permanently in the gutter. No, I don't think I got the pun. Although I cracked up at the Harlem Shake reference earlier. Don't swallow. Oh, that one's a bit of a stretch. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined.
That's right, Miss Fey.
Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why am I being demonized here?
Please, go on. What did you see next?
Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. Are you saying the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right? I was watching the whole time. Beanie never did a thing to Dougie. If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. So what should I do about her testimony just now? I mean, I haven't pressed everything, but I guess it can't hurt to know it now. Let's try. Evil lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never. Every time, his shrill ass voice gets me every time. I'm like,
Miss Fay, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting.
my favorite part is seeing him have hair. Yeah, he's got the pompadour going. Yeah, for pain. It's funny too that like I like the detail that they didn't give him a full head of hair either. You can see that it's already starting to bald a bit. It's a nice detail. Bro used to have like a full pompadour, you could tell.
Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim. What? There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Looks like we're finally getting somewhere. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie.
Hold it!
You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground.
And at that time, there was only the two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow.
Yes, that's right. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either. You didn't hear anything unusual? Interesting. Because that umbrella snap was apparently very loud. Apparently. So then, what did it look like they were doing to you? I thought they were having a nice friendly afternoon conversation. Yeah, your boyfriend and ex. Meeting for the first time, just having a friendly conversation. I don't think that's likely. It can definitely happen, and that's definitely ideal, but like, let's be real here. Let's be so for real here. Oh, give me a break. That's why I really wasn't watching them all that much.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Mr. Judge.
The intro didn't show a friendly conversation. Yeah, no, it was definitely not a friendly conversation. That was probably the most aggro I've actually seen Phoenix.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony.
I went to go find some other students and they called the authorities. When you say students, do you mean students from the pharmacology department? Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs. Phrasing. I mean, like, same, but please try to stay on topic. So to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct? That's what I was planning to do, but in the end I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow they all seemed to know what was going on. The students knew what was going on? Yeah, we definitely need more details here. But how could the students have known what was going on? Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. Oh yeah, are you doing investigations right after 3 or Ghost Trick? Well, let me turn it back to you. What do you think? What would you prefer I do? Because I don't really have a strong opinion, honestly. So I'd be down to do either. It's just, they all seem kind of excited about something. Doesn't look like I'm going to get any more info about the students. Ghost Trick is way shorter and is different enough so that going to investigations won't feel boring. Still text heavy, but a bit different. Okay, cool. We could do Ghost Trick then. And then we'll start investigations. So yeah, Ghost Trick, investigations. And then I'll probably do like a short interstitial game, maybe some Rewind 99 or something for a day. And then we'll do Apollo Justice. That'll be fun.
So did the students call the police?
Yes, I was just so... I was so panicked.
Yes, well, anyone would have been, my dear.
The girl is telling a super obvious lie and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Right. Yes, that's gotta be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay, that means I'm gonna have to dig deep to find the contradiction on this one. Remember, investigations is 2 games, not 1. Same with Great Ace Attorney. Those are all a duology. Right. Okay. That's good to know. All right. I had a contradiction, I feel. This. Let me save. And then she said she didn't hear anything, and that's why I want to do this. Oh, but it doesn't mention sound. Oh, here we go. This is what I need.
Objection!
You say you didn't hear anything unusual, is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me. I love their different taunts. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well? That's right, Mia.
Oh, well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable.
Objection!
But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. May I have a moment to answer?
But by all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on, and I was listening to music at the time.
Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered?
The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder, so I put my headphones on to block it out. Yeah, her testimony is all over the place.
Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all.
Wait a sec, Mia. That testimony just now. You said something that could totally change this whole case. Lightning, I think? That's my guess. Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning? Oh, snap.
I must admit the thought had not occurred to me.
Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? I don't think many. This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. He must have been real fucking unlucky. Yeah, seriously. Seriously. God. But that very premise itself is a mistake. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was in fact the victim of a stray bolt. I mean, that's definitely plausible, but Dahlia is being so suspicious, I can't help but suspect her, you know? Oop, wrong way. There we go.
It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
All right, Mia, you did it, Mia. I said Mia twice, though.
I'm hurt you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye.
Huh?
I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at that location.
What?
What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence?
And this affidavit,
And who is this affidavit from?
the pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their lab that day. Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
So you're saying the equipment lost power because...
Precisely. They lost power because of the severed cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits the time of death listed in the autopsy reports.
Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I mean, it seems very possible the cable just popped.
I see.
Because, like, if the shielding goes, if, like, any amount of the shielding goes enough that the cable is actually, like, the actual cable's exposed, the electromagnetic currents going through a high voltage cable like that would literally tear the cable in half.
Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could